jumping back to when, for me and my people I talk about and what genetics you have and how you are, I think one of the cool things is that you were genetically gifted, but you never relied on that. You put in the work.
Yeah.
And I know that you trained over in England and they started getting you up early, started getting you to run.
Yeah.
And one of the things I always talk about is I don't think of anybody in any sport that trains more than MMA because of the fact that there's so many things and so many facets that you got to cover in training. It's not like you can skip wrestling, you can't skip jiu-jitsu, you can't skip the workouts, the cardio, the sparring. There's so much, and something you guys can't help but do is overtrain.
Yeah.
That's just going to go with it because you have to do so many hours of training.
I feel like that. I feel like I've overtrained a few times for a couple of fights.
And we were talking about a couple different aspects. Did you ever go into a fight injury-free?
Injury-free, 100%? No, never. But the closest one was when I fought Jon Jones. This kid is like one of the best fighters in the world, and at this time, I didn't know he was that good. I didn't know he was the best fighter in the world at this time. I just knew he was really good. And
What year did you fight him?
I'm bad with years.
Okay.
This is one strange thing about me. I'm not going to be the old guy back in
back in 75 when I go right back to 60s and 50s, so no.
I think about that sometimes when I'm bad, but this had to been at least 7 years ago, and I was almost 100%. I had a knee injury from college, but at this time it wasn't bothering me, and I was in good shape. I went to Colorado, trained the hardest I ever trained. Normally I only run like 3 miles. I was in Colorado in a high altitude.
Right.
I was running like 6 and 7 miles. I was training really hard.
Everything was 100.
Everything was 100. I was knocking sparring partners out, and I was overconfident. But other than that, I never been to a fight 100%.
How'd that feel? Not to lose, but to know that you battled the greatest, or possibly the greatest.
Well, I'm a fighter that fights with honor. I fight with a lot of honor. I want to, when I beat a guy, I want to know, like, you know what, I beat him because I was better than him.
And he was at his best.
And he was at his best. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it 100%. Jon Jones is the best fighter I ever fought. I fought a lot of people, and he's one of the best fighters I ever seen. But when I fought him, he fought like a coward. You know, he fights really dirty. I said it to his face last time I saw him. I said to his face, he pokes you in the eyes, and he keeps his fingers in your eyes, and so you can't move because you got that long reach. They had to like change the rules just for him, but they don't get on him. And he kicks your knee backwards, which is something it should be a no-no. You know, like we're Conrads. It should be something it should be so illegal.
A chess match relative to I'm trying to purposely hurt you.
Yeah. Instead of trying to just beat you and stuff like that.
And knock you out.
But it's not only trying to hurt you, like your eyes is your weakest thing. Like when we automatically close our eyes when they're in danger, right? And kicking your knee back in, those are 2 points. Like if you're a fighter, those are 2 things that like in the back of your mind, like you have to like really worry about, because somebody kick your knee backwards, the fight's pretty much over, unless you can.
Your fight's over, and then also possibility of career over.
Your career could be over, and then somebody poking your eyes. It's like real psychological. I don't know who taught him to do that and be that way. It's smart, but it's no honor. So I can say, like, even if he hadn't done those 2 things, it still would have been tough to beat him. All I'm saying is he didn't have to, you know, he's so good, he don't have to do those things. But he's a real smart fighter. If you're getting the best of him, you can go back and watch his fights if you ever want to think about the mind of an MMA fighter. If he's in a fight and his opponent getting the best of him in any way, he's going for your eyes and kicking your knee back, which is smart. And you got to sit back and think, like, why do I want to win fights that bad? Should I take this technique on? Or should I continue to fight with honor?
More of that samurai approach.
Yeah.
Complete honor. Yeah. Asking questions about this is the amount of training you would have to do to compete as an MMA fighter. Was there nutrition when you first started, or nutrition come into play at any time through the whole career?
My first time doing any nutrition is when I fought Kevin Rounderman. I don't remember the year.
There's a beast.
That's a beast.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Physique wise too. I mean,
Yeah.
just outside of I don't know how much weightlifting he did and stuff like that, but just
looked like
a
it.
great physique.
Yeah, it looked like he did a lot of weightlifting. I fought him young in my career, and I was really worried about him because he was a great wrestler. Like I said, I only started
Right.
wrestling when I was 17.
Right.
So, if I ever went against a great wrestler, they always had an advantage on me. My hands was probably a bit better, and my ground game was probably a bit better than his, but he was good at controlling you, taking you to the ground, and he looked really strong. He looked stronger than me. So I met this bodybuilder woman. Her name was Dawn Real, and she was the first bodybuilder I ever met. Cause come from Memphis, you don't see any bodybuilding.
Right.
And I moved here, and I met her, and she said, let me do your nutrition, let me do your diet. But she said, because MMA guys, y'all don't know anything.
Right,
about
right.
that. Yeah, and it took her a couple of weeks, and she tweaked my diet. The first diet she had me on, I didn't have any energy, and she upped my carbs. So what she had me doing was eating like 6 times a day, really small meals.
And before that, you were doing
I was doing fast food,
2 or 3 times a day.
Yeah, I was eating 2 or 3 times a day.
All right, I got to stop you for a sec because if you guys go back and look at his physique and see what he looks like at that time, and then on top of that, so you got this guy that looks like, because Randleman looked like he could win Mr. Universe.
Yeah.
But you were no slouch, and you had these shoulders and arms and traps, and you'd come out, and because I could see you as a pro wrestler too, because you could just walk right over and just be you in the pro wrestling world, because you looked so intimidating, and looked like you did trap work all day long, and you didn't do that, and you were eating fast food, and I always say that's the genetic freak, that's the guy, and you were training at least 6, if not more, hours a day,
Yeah, back
at
then,
least.
when I was young, yeah, 6.
So you were
6
doing
hours.
everything, the pinnacle of destroying the body in a sense of health and fitness, and not creating a physique.
But I think it messed me up because now I have hypothyroid. I think that's kind of messed up my body doing and with the cutting weight wrong. I really think I'm trying to talk to some specialists, and they can't really tell
We're
me
gonna
much.
work on that. We're gonna work on the nutrition aspect of this, you and me together, and with Rez, and we're gonna work on the training with you. And I'm gonna show you guys at 40, 41.
Yeah, 41 next month.
So in a year from now, we're gonna straighten a lot of that stuff out, and I'm gonna help you on this bad boy.
All right.
All right. You good with that?
I'm good with that.
So, because I'm going to make sure that we work on the thyroid, making sure that's good, making sure the testosterone level is healthy, and making sure that you're good. Because I hate the fact that you with most people, you give up a lifetime of your passion and stuff, and you put everything on the line. And I don't think society realizes how much damage happens to you.
Yeah.
And so now you just went out, and I hate this when I see true warriors. They go out and they give everything and their whole heart, and by 30, by 40, they're done, but they're broken, and then the society just kind of pushes them aside.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to help you and get you in the best shape of your life. And
Yeah,
get you,
that'd be good. The fans, they get on me. They don't understand. They just think I don't work out no more. I train just as hard now as I did back then, and my diet is even better now.
See, they don't comprehend some of the main things, is that you got your body used to eating a poor nutrition and training 6 to 7 hours. So your body adapts to those things. And so now we got to reverse and take you, which society go, wait, no, you wouldn't take them off of the training. Yeah, we would. We'd slow your training down to where you'd only train like 3 days a week and get your body used to that. And then put nutrition in a right way, back to like that 6 meals a day. You don't have to wake up at 4 in the morning with me, but we'll get you up before Heath Evan wakes up. So at least by 7. And then get the nutrition together, and you'll see how we can try to reestablish your body and your metabolism and make you healthier at this stage. This is going to be a pet peeve of me to make sure, and I'm going to be on you on this.
I'm down.
So just know that, man.
Dude, you have no idea how serious I am, and like when you look at yourself in the mirror and you see like your new you versus how you was back in the day, and like I know what I'm doing. I know that I'm not eating fast food and stuff anymore like I was when I was younger, and how my body was back then, and versus I'm like, I don't even know this guy. Like, what's going on? I went to like a couple of specialists, and they can't tell me anything. They can't tell me nothing. I'm like, why? You guys are thyroid specialists. Why you can't tell me? They don't tell me anything about diet. all they say is like, you gotta take these pills for the rest of your life.
They want to, and I understand this. In the medical field, what they want to do is they don't want to fix it. They just want to take care of it for the moment. Let's give medicine, you're fine, go on your day. And that's the average.
But it can't be fixed though, right?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. But here's the problem. Education only gets you so far. Experience. Nothing can beat experience. And the great thing is I've lived this for 40 years, and I understand this, and I've worked with experts in the sense of experts in health and fitness that actually do this stuff, the athletes, and I work with them, and I change it. Yeah, the problem with there's no problem with education. The problem with people and education is that their cup is full, and there's nothing else there.
Yeah.
And what they have to do is take in consideration trying to reestablish the body from the start and bringing it back down. And medication is understandable and why the majority of doctors do it, and it's the easiest way to just take care of your problem. And what's funny is that my girl, as we were going through the process of having a baby, they gave her so much medication that it caused a hypothyroid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now it's been 6 months, and we're fixing it, and it's coming back to normal. And it's from 100% terrible that you got to remove this. This is the worst thing in the world. The doctors are demanding, do not have a baby. You will never have a healthy baby. You're destroyed. We got to operate. To me, going, oh my gosh, I hope this doctor loses her license. To the point of where she's now healthy without doing any of that stuff. Wow. And that's the problem with the medical field, with the reality of being an experienced person that does this. So for you guys at home, if this is a completely different discussion. I'll go into that if you guys want to go into that at a different time. But this, I'm going to help you.
Oh,
and we'll be able to talk in a year, and you go, they said this, that, and the other thing. They said medication, when everything can be controlled in different ways.
Yeah, I'm open for that.
I love the fact that you're somebody that came from a place that, because I can't relate with where you grew up. I can't. I grew up in a location of Kirkland, Washington, where we left the front doors unlocked and the cars unlocked, and everybody was nice, and everybody's neighbors, and there was no crime, and it was just a beautiful time. And I grew up in that with a family that was born and raised to do martial arts and powerlifting and bodybuilding, because all my 9 brothers and sisters did it. And so what I like is that even though I grew up in that kind of family, I still went and lived my dream. And I love the fact that you came from a place that I can't even fathom. I can't even understand how tough that is to grow up like that, in that neighborhood. And you still came up and have lived a beautiful dream.
Yeah. Where
so many people would be honored to be able to say, you're on the level of Rampage, a legend. And I love that you did that. And you show these guys. You show them more than most of the people that I know, that you can go from somewhere like that and still be yourself.
It's a mindset. And me working out with you today, I learned a lot just by watching you, how nice you are to everybody in the gym.
Oh,
and you know what I'm saying? It's genuinely nice to everybody. And, you know, everybody's happy to see you. And you even stop your workout to, you know, I never seen stuff like that before. And that inspires me to be more like that, because my thing is, I don't know, I guess I'm like socially awkward now. I used to be a big people person before, and now I'm socially awkward, and you know I have to deal with it. It was good for me to see someone like you, how nice you are to people and stuff like that. So
I appreciate that.
Yeah, because in the gym, like I normally like shy away, like, you know, I'd be kind of nice, but like, you know, from a, you know, standoff point. But no, you invited and hugging people, shaking people's hands, taking pictures while you're working out.
Kills my workout, but I say that I think like we're here for you know, that we're here because the fans. And there's a lot of champions. There's been tons of Mr. Universes, but I think the one thing is I stay true to who I am, and I appreciate that. And I think for me, watching you and how you are and how real you are, I wish more people would be that sincere. I mean, everybody knows my girl Mona is 100% real. She don't like you, she'll say it to your face. Wow. You know, like you did with the Jones, you know, you said you fight dirty.
Yeah.
Mona will just say it right to your face. And I love that, that I learned that later on in life, that just pure honesty is a beautiful thing because you're
Yeah.
not hiding nothing. You're
Yeah.
not putting on a facade. Who you are is who you are. And all the other guys you were talking about how they hype things up and how they, sooner or later,
Yeah.
the curtain gets pulled back at Oz and you see what's really going on.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
And you do the real thing, baby.
I try my best. I still love the sport. I still got 2 fights left on my contract.
I love it.
And then after that, I don't know. I'll probably try to focus on more TV and movies. Probably,
I'd like that for you.
Yeah,
Because I
that'd
want
be
to see
fun.
more stuff. A-Team.
Yeah.
Man,
that'd be fun.
that was awesome. And you've done others than that. But I mean,
do small stuff.
yeah, you're doing it, though.
It's fun.
You're doing it.
It don't hurt as bad as fighting. It don't hurt as bad, and it's fun. But that's what I want to do. I like entertaining people.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to do once I retire. I can start studying more acting. I haven't studied enough. I need to.
So we talked about this, and you guys don't know this, but it's cool how ambiguous you are to the whole. I don't know who the producers and directors. I just go out there and do this, and that just kind of shows you again. You have that childlike quality of dreaming and who you are that you don't try to pretend, which is great because that is just 100% who you are. And I think you, I'd watch you do everything. You know?
I wish a lot of directors and producers felt that same way.
Oh,
I can't win an audition to save my life, man. I'm just not good at auditioning because it's not real. It's not real. I have the hardest time doing. I audition for stuff, and then I see it in the movies, and I see it on TV. Like, wow, I could
have done that
could've
character.
but I'm just not good at auditioning. So it's just one of those things. I guess I have to study more.
Auditions are always an interesting thing. You go in there, and this has happened a number of times. I went in, I'm like, oh, I crushed that. I absolutely crushed it. And then I talk to my agent, and they're like, no, nothing. And then I go in, and I absolutely blow it. And they call back and go, you got the spot. You got it. They loved you. I'm like, what the heck?
It must be your personality they're looking for then.
They really do. It's like, I think with anything, people want to see your very best. And if you can just show them you, and I know this is cliche, and I hate this, but everybody's taken, so just be you. It really is true. Because when you go into the room, if you're that person that they want to see, you got it.
Yeah,
and you're trying to go in there and portray something that you think they want you to see. Yeah. It's you in that situation. But I know you're going to keep doing this, and you're going to keep bringing, because I think you're awesome. And then,
thanks, man.
Where can we see the next fight? Is it anything? You got 2 more fights on your contract.
I got nothing signed, but I'm in Bellator.
Okay.
And, I got 2 more fights with them. I don't know when my next fight is or nothing like that. And hopefully, before I retire, I would like to do a boxing match, but I don't think that's in the cards for me. But I would love to try one boxing match because I've done everything in MMA that I train. I've done a kickboxing match, I've done jiu-jitsu matches, and I've done
because you were over
wrestling.
with Pride too.
Yeah, and I did a K1 fight.
And a K1 fight too.
I did 2 K1 fights. So I just want to do one boxing match because then I would have had a match in all my arts that I know.
Right.
And so maybe I can even do like a when I retire I can do like an exhibition or a little.
I hope it's not for 6 months because I want 6 months with you.
Oh yeah.
Of nutrition and training, because then because in 6 months then they see you come out and they go, well, wait a minute.
You think I can change in 6 months?
6 months, I'll guarantee it.
Wow.
I'll guarantee it. 6 months. We're gonna get some picks in this next month of you, and then in 6 months we'll do some more picks.
All right.
And we're gonna check your blood levels. We'll check your T level, everything, and I'll show them.
All right.
I'll show them what's creation.
Yeah.
If you work with somebody that's willing to learn. And I can already tell you're that person.
I'm willing to learn. My only problem is right now I have a chef at my house. I found somebody.
That's great.
But then she's like temporary because I found a good one. And friends of friends.
If we don't do a chef, we do icon meals.
Okay.
And that way it's there.
It's like meal preps?
Meal prep that I basically talked to Todd Abrams, the owner, and said, this is what Rampage is doing. Send them that. And so every Tuesday you get these meals. And then all you got to do, put them in the microwave for 2 minutes, boom, boom, sit down and eat. So and I tell people this, and this is from WWE guys that travel, and you know this, they travel. They get their foods, and I teach them all this protocol. You get the food, you get it planned. Like if I'm flying somewhere, The food is there a day before, already in the refrigerator in my room. So I'm flying from here to wherever it is. I'm in Tennessee in 2 weeks. So it's already planned. The food will be there in my hotel room, so I don't miss a meal. And I don't miss meals, because that's what it really comes down to. The nutrition is 90% of this. And then me just changing up your training so we get your body to recover again and establish a foundation with the least amount of work. Because everybody's like, here's your world. Your world is, I'm going to train 7 to 8 hours a day doing wrestling, all this stuff, boxing, matches. So your body adapted to this incredible, that nobody could get healthy on. You could be a great fighter, but just the breakdown of your body could not recover. So now what we're going to do is teach it to do the least amount of work, but still get better. And that's where everybody loses it. Everybody wants to be a beast, right?
Right.
There's a difference between being a beast when you need to, and there's a point of training smarter. And it's always about individuals' bodies. How much can your body take? How much little it take? Rez can do 50 reps on things. Now, if I can do that once a week, my body will respond. Now, if I did that all the time for me, it would adapt to it.
And it wouldn't respond?
Then it wouldn't respond.
Oh.
That's what your body's done. It doesn't respond to 8 hours of training now. Now it's just shut down. Now your T level's gone. Your testosterone is dropped. All these things happen because you shut your body down by the amount of training you did. So we have to now teach it to go back to this. And I always talk about Mona as a genetic freak. Mona just had a baby 8 weeks ago, 9 weeks ago. She's already back in shape without training. Holy shnikes! Oh. All right, we're going to wrap up this thing because Titan just showed up to see the Rampage.
Look at him.
Rampage and Titan. What's up, baby? Oh, man. Brother, thank you for doing this today,
thank you for
man.
having me, brother. Thank you.
And you guys have saw it. He's locked in. I'm going to
locked
work
in.
with you. Get this training and everything and nutrition
Thanks.
down.
I really appreciate that, man.
100%, man.
I've been trying almost everything.
Yeah, I just can't have you eating with Rez on the Sundays and the club and the 2 a.m.s.
Yeah,
with the,
we haven't been
with
to
the
clubs in years.
I know.
Yeah.
Long time.
These guys. You know me. I'm in bed by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Thank you, man. We're going to do this again.
Oh, sounds good.
I love it, man. Thanks, guys. Rampage Jackson, the legend. I am a fan. Let's go. Let's go eat something again.